guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial to share with you. As you guys know, I just recently did a tutorial using the Lorac Pro 1, and today we are going to be doing a look with this palette here. This is the Lorac Pro 2. So I'm doing this whole series of like using all of the classic palettes that most of us own in a tutorial and featuring them. So I'm going through my collection and grabbing products or palettes that you guys probably already own or things that you can get your hands on right now if you are really interested in them. So yeah, today's look is using the Lorac Pro 2. I came up with this look, which is a very like cool toned smoky eye. It has a little bit of purple and then just a little warmth peeking out as well, but I thought it was a really fun look. It was super easy to create, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial today. Alright, so this time I thought I would show you guys my skincare real quick, just because the last time people asked me what I had used for my skincare, so I thought I would just give you a quick overview. I'm not going to show you guys me applying it, but today I'm going to be using this Truth Serum from Ole Henriksen. My skin has been really freaking out. It's very dry and I have a lot of breakouts right now. I have an idea what's going on with it, but I'm trying to kind of fix this mess that's going on with my skin. So I'm using products that I know work. So I'm going to be using this as my serum today. For my moisturizer, I'm using the Origins Original Skin Moisturizer. It is like a matte moisturizer. And then for my eye cream, I'm using the Lancome. This is called the Visionaire Eye on Correction. I'm still kind of testing this out, so I'm not sure how I feel about that one yet, but since it's just for my eye and my eye area is fine right now, I'm going to go ahead and keep testing that. And that's it for skincare, so I'm going to apply that and I'll be right back with you guys. And then I did also apply my Natural Ice lip balm. I love this stuff. It's kind of hard to find. I always get mine at Fred Meyer. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I've got a bunch of my project items that I'm going to be applying today, because I need to try to get busy. I only have a couple weeks left on the Finish 13 by Halloween, so I'm going to be using this as my primer today. This is the Skindinavia Makeup Priming Spray. And then I'll let that settle. Ugh, you guys, I seriously need a filming room so bad. I have all the makeup I'm planning to use in this little box sitting on my lap. My brushes are on the floor, and I'm holding this little mirror as my mirror and using kind of the viewfinder as well. And then my lighting, I have to like put it in my closet, and anytime I want to film, I have to set it all up, and it just takes like an extra 10 minutes to set up and then another 10 minutes to take it all down, and it's just a pain in my butt. I'm just really ready for a beauty room, but my husband and I are thinking we're going to be putting our house up for sale in the spring, and if so, that will be #1 on my list for the new house, is a beauty room. Anyway, let's keep going. So next I'm going to apply an under eye corrector. This is the YSL Touche Eclat. I think it's in shade #1. I don't think it says on here anywhere, but I'm going to be applying that just to my under eye area. Not too much, because I have noticed this does kind of get cakey if I put too much on, and I'm just going to put that little bit there on the inner corner to brighten, and then just kind of blend it in an outward motion. But yeah, it does get a little like thick, even though it's very watery. I don't know, I'm not really loving that little corrector pen, but again, it's part of that project, so I'm trying to use it up by the end of this month. And I only have like, what, a couple weeks left? This month is going by so fast, you guys. I cannot even believe it. Okay, so then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. Today I am wearing the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I always get asked. My shade is 1N2. I'm going to skip you guys ahead because I did show the application of this in my last tutorial, and I don't think you guys need to see it again. I'll link that other tutorial above in case you want to see how I apply it, but I am just using my L'Oreal Beauty Sponge dampened, and I'm going to apply that real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, that is much better. I still have some of this acne showing through. I think what's been causing it, I'm going to go ahead and apply my NARS concealer underneath my eye now. I think what's been causing these breakouts that I've been having for like a month now, you guys, all in my T-zone, mostly on my chin and my nose. I think it's the Lancome Crescendo. I've been using that. I switched for my resurfacing at night, I used to use the Kate Somerville Retisphere, and that stuff was amazing. My skin has never looked as beautiful as when I was using that, and I ran out. But I had received the Crescendo from, I think I got it from Influencer. I believe. Yeah, I think it was from Influencer. And I was like, okay, as soon as I run out of the Kate one, I want to try this one I got from Influencer. So the way the Crescendo one works, it's like a two-part system. So what you're supposed to do is because it's double-ended, you use the first side, number one, for like a month, and then you switch to the other side. And I had been using the first side, and it was lasting more than a month. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep using this and try to use it up. But then my skin has just been freaking out, as you can see. Like, I'm having so many breakouts, and I have dry texture, and I thought it might have been a different product I was trying too, and I stopped using that one, and it's still happening, so I'm pretty sure it's from the Crescendo. So I had moved to side 2, and it feels like it's getting a little bit better, but I'm only gonna give that a couple days. If I still keep getting new breakouts, I'm just gonna scrap that whole product and move on to something different. I do also have the Good Genes from Sunday Riley, so I think I might do that one next, or I know I'm gonna do it next, but we'll see if I'm gonna finish off the other one or not. So, all right, now that I have that done, I'm just gonna set everything really quick, and I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever HD powder. Again, it's in a project trying to use it up, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, now that I have my whole face set, I'm going to quickly do my brows using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Caramel, and then we're going to get started on an eye look. Alright, so as you guys know, we will be using the Lorac Pro 2 palette this time. Last time I did my tutorial using the Pro 1. Today we're using the Pro 2, and then next time is going to be the Pro 3. I have not really decided what kind of look I want to do out of this, so I'm just going to kind of jump in and we'll see what we come up with. There's a lot of really cool colors in here. They are mostly cool tone, but there are a few warm shadows as well. As you guys know, the top row is going to be all your mattes and the bottom row is all shimmers. That's how the layout in all of the Lorac palettes are. As you can see, I've been really loving that shade Nectar. That one has quite a dip going in it now because I've been playing with this palette quite a bit. So I think I will start with that as my transition shade. It makes a nice transition. And before I do that though, I'm going to take this buff shade and put that all over my lid just to prepare my eyelid really quick. Some of that Makeup Forever powder did end up on my lid, but I just want to make sure this is nice and even because I have some uneven skin tone on my eyelid. There we go. And then for the transition shade, that Nectar shade, I'm going to use this Sephora Collection Featherweight brush in number 38, and I'm just going to take that right on the outer corner and into the crease of my eye. And just little circular motions. As you can see, I like to hold the brush from the end just so I get the lightest amount of touch, and that really aids in blending because it will soften up your touch on your eye with the actual bristles of the brush so that it goes on smoother. I love these eyeshadows because they just blend like a dream, you guys. They go on so pigmented, and it takes absolutely no time to blend it out. Like, it goes on blended. It's amazing. Same thing on the other side. Next what I'm going to do is just take a little pencil brush here, and then I'm going to take that same shade just on my lower lash line just to kind of even things out. I still haven't quite decided what I want to do with this look, so I'm trying to set like a base down here that I can do anything I want with it. You know what? I don't want to do a very neutral look this time since my last tutorial was quite neutral. So this time I think I want to play with some of these cooler tones. Even though that Nectar is very warm, I always like to put something very warm in my crease if I'm going to be doing a cool tone. The way it kind of the warms and cools mixed together, I think it looks really cool. So what I'm going to do is use this shade, which is called Cool Gray, on a little bit of a smaller brush. This time I'm going to use this little Sigma brush. This is the E25, and I'm going to take that Cool Gray, and again I'm going to put it in the outer corner and the crease, but I want to concentrate it more just on the outer corner mostly and just slightly up into the crease, and a little lower this time. With that peach shade, I went pretty high up because I kind of diffused it getting close to my eyebrow and just left a little bit of room for a like a brow highlight. So this time I'm going to focus it more directly on the outer corner and keep it right in my crease, not going up above my crease at all with it. These colors together look really cool. It almost turns like purple. That looks awesome. I love that. And then add a little bit more concentrated color just to this outer corner. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna take this same Pro brush right here. I've got a little bit of like skipping happening on this side just because I have these creases on my eyelid. Sometimes it gets stuck in the creases, so a soft, fluffy, clean brush can kind of push that product a little bit. All right, so I've got that on. I really like how it looks so far. I'm actually gonna go back with a pencil brush again and just take that cool gray just to the outer like 1/3 of my lower lash line, just to bring that cooler tone down. Yes, I like it. And then I'm gonna take the same pencil brush, and what I'm gonna do is actually grab this shade, which is called Plum. It's a very, it's a matte purple shade. And this one I'm just gonna place right on that outer V, just to make it look even more purple and to cause like a little bit of a gradient between those shades. Deepen up that outer corner a bit. All right, and then next what I'm gonna do is take this shade, which is called Chrome, and this is a really pretty metallic taupey gray shade. It has a little bit of purple in there, and I'm gonna use my Bodyography flat shader brush to really pack that onto the eyelid, and then I'm just gonna keep the inner corner blank because I want to go in with a brighter shade on that inner corner to brighten it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and press this right onto my eyelid, taking it up to the crease but not going above the crease. You could get your brush wet if you needed to. This brush actually picks up metallic shades really nicely, so I don't find that I need to usually wet it. But if you want it to be a little bit more foiled, you could definitely do that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, as you can see, when I really lift my brows, I have kind of a spot there where there's no eyeshadow. It's from the crease in my eye, it kind of disappears. But when I kind of talk and move my brows around, it will show up. So what I'm gonna do is take my E25 and I'm taking that cool gray shade a little bit. I wanna hardly pick up any shadow, at just the smallest bit of shadow, tap off my excess, and I'm going to use that to blend into the crease just so I don't have that weird kind of gapping where I get that from my hood. And this will softly blend together those shadows as well. Okay, now what I want to do is take that first featherweight brush again. I'm going back in with Nectar because we lost a little bit of it. And I'm going to take it just really softly above where the shadow is ending, just so that little bit of peachy warmness kind of peeks through this eyeshadow look. Very softly applying it because I don't want to take away my other eyeshadows. All right, next what I'm gonna do is take my little e.l.f. eye defining brush. This thing is amazing. I'm gonna use that to pick up the shade Buff and put that right underneath my eyebrow just to brighten it back up and make sure that it's nice and lifted, both sides, just in case we went a little too high with the shadows. Clean it up a bit. All right, and then I'm gonna use that same brush to take the shade Snow, which is the first shade on the bottom row, and I'm popping that just right into the inner corner of my lid, or inner corner of my eye, just to brighten things up right there. And since this is a very cool tone look, it's really going to make it pop, I think. And then just softly blend it into the other shadows, so there's no line there. All right, so that's the finished eyeshadow look. I'm going to go ahead and apply some liner and mascara. Let's go ahead and do that next. I really like the way that these eyeshadows look together. So for eyeliner on the lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Lava Gloss liner. It's just a black liner. Again, I'm trying to use this up for a project, so I'm going to be applying that on my lower lash line. Really pretty smoky, and you could really line the waterline instead if you prefer that look. I just, my eyes are very sensitive, and I can rarely line my waterline because it really irritates my eyes. Okay, and then for my upper lash line, I am going to be using this MAC liquid eyeliner to do a very little bit of a winged liner. I'm going to do a pretty small wing. This is a pretty new liner for me. I just got this from Octoly along with the mascara I'm going to be trying from MAC, and it's only the second time I've used it, so I really don't have an opinion on it yet, but I thought I would give it a shot. You really have to build up this liner. It doesn't go on very black. goes on like really muted gray and then you have to build it. I have to say I'm not loving this liner. All right, but we are gonna go ahead and move on. So I'm gonna apply my lash primer, which is the Givenchy Base Mascara Perfecto. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I keep talking about it because I really love it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try this mascara from MAC. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it. I'll put it down below in the description box because I'm not sure. Okay, I already know I'm not gonna like this. It has the synthetic plastic wand, which I'm not a fan of, and a ton of product is like coated on here. So we'll try it. I'll try it. Okay, well, that mascara is very wet and you get a lot on the brush because I did both my eyes with one dip. Like the first time I pulled it out, I didn't have to re-dip it and get more mascara. Like it did both of my eyes, top and bottom lashes. So wow. But yeah, I'll give that more of a try. It actually wasn't too bad, so we'll see. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my complexion. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, as well as this Laura Geller Baked Blush. This is the Blush and Brighten in Raspberry. And then I'm finishing it off with a little bit of a highlight using the Fenty highlight, the Kilowatt highlight in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've already applied that, and the last thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply a lipstick, and today I'm using the shade Back Talk from Urban Decay. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. I really love how the eye look turned out. I think it's something kind of fun and different with a little bit of warmth in there, but mostly cool tone shadows and almost kind of like a smoky eye, but a soft one. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will link all the products I used in the description box just in case you're interested in checking out any of the products. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.